up in the sky. Look, it's captivating. It's energizing. It's Eliances Heroes. Eliances is the destination for entrepreneurs, investors, CEOs, inventors, leaders, celebrities, and startups, where our heroes in business align. Now, here's your host flying in, David Cogan, founder of Eliances.
That's right, flying in. Don't you know if you surround yourself with amazing people, well, it rubs off on you. And just listening to our show and the feedback that we've received, what people are learning and how we unmask our heroes, it's here for you. It's to give you the ability, the motivation. No matter where you are within your career, maybe you're starting off, trying to build your business and going through the frustration that is involved with that, well, our show can help alleviate some of that frustration. And our next hero certainly can. He is a native Hawaiian, and he helps his clients, well, with pain. That is, getting rid of pain. And who wouldn't want that? So we're honored this morning to have James Kawainui with Kawainui.com. Let me spell that out to you. JamesKawainui.com. Now, I know if you're driving, how are you going to write that down? So, of course, go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com, because we'll have the link on that. So, good morning to you, James. Now, James, what inspires you to heal people? Is it seeing them with conditions, or just a natural drive to help people attain their own best potential?
That potential exists inside of everybody. And for me, when I work with people with chronic pain, one of the things that I've come to notice over the years is that physical pain is literally the tip of the iceberg of something else that is out of alignment inside of our body. And it could be mental, emotional, spiritual. It could be something that's happening because our body's out of alignment. So it's not always the physical aspect of pain that we're looking for. The thing about it is having people be ready to look at that. So
tell me about what you do, how that works. So somebody signs up, do they sign up for sessions or multiple sessions? Exactly what is the process for it? Somebody says, this is amazing. I want to get rid of my pain. I mean, everybody at some point in their life has pain, and we probably a lot of people right now that, well, what's one of the more popular chronic pains first? Let's go there.
Because of our culture and because of what we do every day, there's two different places that I normally work on, and is neck and shoulders and lower back pain. And we all have an issue with posture. We're holding our phones, we're looking down, we're sitting at our computers. So depending on the height or anything else like that. So it's a postural and a cultural thing, but those are the two places that would be.
And then what's the session like? Walk me through that.
One of the things I like to do before I sit down or work with anyone is we have a consult. So I'll have a consultation with them because I'm not for everybody. And so there might be times and places where what I'm doing isn't going to be helpful for them. And if that's the case, then I will certainly pass them on and refer them on to someone else. If I see after we have the conversation that this is something that I can really help them with, then they'll come and have a session. And the session is getting a really thorough background, understanding about, I like to talk about what happened and understand what happened in their childhood, because there's some things that happen in our past that have direct impact on some of the things that are happening in our life right now.
And let's talk about that, because with everything going on, people are a ton of stress out there. It's so much stress in that. Can you do anything to help relieve some of that stress that people are experiencing every day?
If I could jump just a little bit, in Eliances, and I've been a member for 2 years now, one of the things that I've recognized is that people use stress as a badge of courage. And so talking about stress for some people is very uncomfortable, because to take that badge of courage, to take that strength, because they look at it as a strength, away, may be quite unnerving. But the reality is that stress affects us physiologically, so it affects the body, but it also affects our ability to be focused and clear and present with the people that we love, the people that we're in business with, and the people that count on us every day.
And you mentioned about being part of Eliances. You're a very respected member, part of Eliances.
Thank you,
You're
David.
very involved in the community, and certainly you're a strong builder. You've been to our round tables, grand tables, deal hours, and many other experiences that we have. So make sure you go to Eliances.com, Eliances.com. But James, talk about maybe your experience being there and being part of the community.
It's an interesting thing. When I first went to Eliances, obviously I was new to the process of interacting with people. You know, I sat at home and waited. I went there, I'll be honest, I went there looking for clients, and I was there for a few months, and I said, this isn't working, and then I stopped, and then it was like a realization one morning, and I said, well, wait a minute, what if I just went there and I just decided to have a relationship? And that's what I started doing. I started going to Eliances just to meet people, to talk with everybody. And this really interesting thing started happening. I actually started referring more people to other people than actually taking on work myself. And I thought, well, you know, that's okay, because as I do that, and it actually started coming back the other way. So for me, it's the relationship building of being with the community, and it's also helping other people.
Well, I got to tell you, and I know members of our community are using you. Someone last night even just told me, too, about your amazing service that you're doing for this person. So just phenomenal. The feedback's been very, very positive.
Awesome. Thank you.
Now let's talk about, though, what you were doing before, because weren't you a former executive in a multi-million-dollar company for over 17 years?
I worked in a company, and I literally started from the ground up. And so I started in all aspects of different aspects of production. I worked my way through lower management. I was in inspection and testing. And when I left that company, I was a senior executive. I ran 2 departments. We had product out in the field. I had 105 dealers that I dealt with. And I was also an ISO 9000 auditor, which seems pretty amazing. And I was also a corporate trainer. So I wore many hats in that company.
So what happened when you left that company? Where did you go?
I was telling some of the people that were sitting here for the show today, and I said, you know, I was sitting in my Lazy Boy. This is a crazy story. I was sitting in my Lazy Boy on a Friday evening after a 70-hour week, and 70-hour weeks are really common for me. And I literally had somebody come up and tap me in the back of the head. I felt the tap behind, you know, like how your dad tapped you in the back of the head when you did something wrong. Tapped me in the back of the head, and a voice that said, it's time to go home. And I looked at my ex-wife. She's my ex-wife now. She was my wife then. And I said, what are we doing here? And she said, I don't know. And so I said, I called my sister. I said, who's staying at the beach house? She said, no one. I said, I'm coming home. And I literally walked into I did. The next day, I walked into my office, and boss's office, and I quit my job. He was the president of the company. We were the same age. He looked at me, and he couldn't believe that I was going to do that. At the time, I didn't believe I was going to do that.
Scary.
It was very scary, but it was that moment was so real that I knew I had to shift. That there was something that I had to do.
Tell me one secret that could help to relieve stress.
The easiest thing that I can tell everybody to do today would be to take about 15 seconds, close your eyes, and take about 3 deep breaths.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, if you were teaching a class of young adults in the art of what you do, what is the most important secret lesson you would share with them?
Believe in your greatness.
And expand on that, though. How does someone actually believe in themselves? Especially with all the naysayers out there, right?
You know, that's a really good question. I mean, I think the sages have been working for thousands of years to look at that, to say, you know, how do we really believe in ourselves?
Fantastic. Well, James, I got to tell you, you help your clients to live a more full life with less pain. That is a hero. James, you could reach him at James, Kawainui.com. Of course, you can also go to Eliances.com, because we'll have the link, Eliances.com. You come to one of our round tables, grand tables, and you may have the opportunity to meet James live in person. Again, this is David Cogan with Eliances, and thank you to our famous producer, loopydocs.com, Christine Jeffries, known as Glue.